Good morning. Happy Saturday. Hope you're all doing well. It's a cool and cloudy day here in Terrace, British Columbia. Although I hope to go back outside here after the stream, see how that goes, do some yard work and all that good stuff. Hope you're all doing well. Today we are going to continue with a week in Mekong. A week in the Mekong Delta, I guess. So we're at nearly the end of day 3. We have 8 more turns to completely secure this area, as well as destroy the VC that are in here. If I recall correctly, we are having our airfield under attack. We've been cleaning up some supply units over here. Hey, Berto. Thanks for coming. I hope you're doing well. We've almost cleared Bentray, which is good. We can send this whole entire group over this way because we know there's a whack load of Viet Cong hiding in this area here, in these palms and villages and hamlets. I see there's one machine gun and sniper right there. We should send our helicopters back to get refueled since they're here. If we don't get shot down. Let's land. There we go. So we should be able to take off. We're going to need some gunships, but we're going to need them locally first to deal with the units that are here. Let's bring up this platoon. Let's see if we can sneak in behind. Take them out. This guy we'll take out here. Or not. I'll just keep running away endlessly. How about this guy? Oh, can I cross? I can cross there. Okay. All right. Let's see. So we don't have the strength to go in there yet, so let's just hold off on that. Here we're done. Here we can move this unit down along this road. Oh no! Shoot. I didn't expect that. Let's get out of the way. We don't want to get shot at. We don't want to start losing those troops. We have a gunship that is available. Let's get that up in the sky. Get that over here, closer. These are okay for now. We know that there's VC coming. We just don't know if they're going to come this way. Let's get these soft targets out of the way. Down the road. This is armed, so we'll keep this close. Use that for protecting the base. Can we see that over there? Yes, we can. So let's unload our shots into this guy here. Oh, good. We made a runaway. Perfect. The mortars. Let's move them up here. I think I'm gonna have my helicopters take off. Just in case the VC decide to come in the area. Okay, that's good for there. These are refueled. That is going to be refueled. We do have another gunship, but we'll save that until it's full of action points. Let's take a look. What else do we have around? These guys can load up. Oh, we were going to take that out. Forget it. Let's just continue on. We need the infantry right now. Okay, we can't take that, so let's just wait. We have some mortars. Let's hit that position. We have some howitzers, and we're going to use them on these. Just like that. What's in here? We have... we are sending these up north to take back our points here that the BC has decided to capture. We're going to use the Arvin troops to do that. We have our supply trucks. They're heading back. Let's send this guy down here to collect that. Have some loaches flying around. Let's take a cruise, see if we can find anything. Let's do a search. Oh, there we go. RPG unit there. It's good to know. Sneaky. Sneaky buggers. That's alright. That's alright. So notice again I'm using the new toolbar that'll be included in 1.20. Chris has done some great work and revised all these buttons. Add some additional flair to them. They look really nice. We have artillery. Let's unload our artillery there. Okay. So I did modify the map, and we are going to rescue these trucks. Those machine guns, let's just run. Same with those. We can double time these to get them closer to the APCs that we're going to use to transfer them down. That is loaded. Let's unload that and bring it back up. Did you substitute the proper 1.1? I haven't touched it since the last time, so should be fine. Should be the same experience on Wednesday, and the sounds were fine on that one. It was last Saturday that was foobarred. Okay, I think that's all we can do. I think we're done. Oh no, we're not done. Let's grab that engineer, load them up, get them driving back to this airfield. We do need some additional troops up there, but we, oh, that's what we were doing. We were going to fly an artillery battery down there for extra support. Where is it? Here it is. Let's fly high. Oh, not there. Okay, that's good. Let's see. These are nothing. These are good. These are good. We have that secured again, so we can bring these trucks down. I think I'm gonna have to use my helicopters to transport that whole entire battalion across. These gunships are out of ammo. I can't use those. These guys can head back. Okay, that's it for this turn. Let's end the turn. See what the VC are going to do. Mortar us! Oh no! Of course, they hit a massive stack, but no effects, so that's good. Don't hit the trucks. Don't hit the trucks. They are completely... Oh, they pulled out. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Oh, there's another team there too. The buggers. So we're gonna have to go hunt down those RPG teams. For clearing and maintaining an HIP area for 4 turns, the US side gains 1,000 points. 2 airstrikes remaining. 1 unit has recovered the trucks that were ambushed. 2 headquarters unable to provide supply, and 4 units low on ammo. Maybe we'll get lucky here. Not so much. Not so much. They ran away. Oh, we got lucky there by a drift. Score! But no damage. But still, that was good that I did that. So let's fly down this riverbank and do another scout. Oh, we saw stuff over there. Not so much. No, and now we lost track of them. That's too bad. Alright, so let's secure this again. And let's secure this. Let's bring that truck up here. So this is a 4 strength point Arvin unit. Yeah, let's go chase down that RPG team. We're 2 hexes away. There's a village, so we're not in line of sight, so we're okay being loaded like that. Load this guy back up. Okay. That's awesome. Let's go down to here first. Hey, John. Thanks for showing up. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I can load up this into a 1 strength point PC. Perfect. And this can load into the 4 SP. This... No, that's very small, so let's not load that up. Let's use one of those instead. Let's double time that. Then next turn we'll be able to load him. Perfect. And, oh yeah, our headquarters. We're gonna run over here. We're almost gonna save this helicopter after all that time. Man, that was long. Doing okay. Thanks for asking. Hope you're doing well too. Yeah, it's a good day so far. So far, so good. I saved my trucks. Yay! So these 2 companies with the armored cavalry that has come on the map, they all have to logger here overnight. Yeah. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to add my files to this particular install. You know what? Let me do that. 1 second. Let me do that. Copy. Because I've done a lot of additions to this. And I just need the scenarios. The Lua file. In the scenarios folder, bada boom. There we go. Yes. Let's go back inside now. Hopefully I didn't bust it. Resume saved. Week in Mekong. Okay, let's reduce that so I can see. Let's go back. Okay, so what I did is that I added a whole bunch of new background images. So when we get to the key points, we should see some new stuff, if I did it right. Alright, let's go to Ben Tray. Let's deal with this. First things first, let's get that truck out of there. Now, let's just assault this. We should be able to overrun. Oh, no! What? No, not enough action points. Okay, so all these guys are going to shoot. Okay, let's try an assault with these two guys then. No! Oh, man. That's brutal. Let's try this group. Can we get in there? Well, we caused some casualties. Now I don't have enough. Oh, no, I don't have enough. Well, that's too bad. I thought we'd be able to clear that, but not yet, unfortunately. Oh, there's a junk here. I have to make sure that's civilian or not. Okay. Let's do some shooting. Oh, that's good. Oh, that sniper took us out. Lost some casualties. That's unfortunate. Let's take that out. Wow, really? Shoot at them then. We'll have to assault that last. They're trapped now, so we should be able to take them out next turn. Alright, do we have our mortar here? Oh no, we moved them. Haha, we destroyed it. Perfect. Okay, so we don't need this infantry platoon up there anymore, so let's send it all the way back down here, because we're going to send all these platoons down into this area to surround it and destroy it. Our mortars we can bring closer to this area here. Same with our battery. Let's load that up. We're going to bring that closer to somewhere in here once we've cleared this. because we're going to have them really nice and close to be able to use with our artillery. Speaking of, let's drop. Let's fly these guys over here. Let's lower and drop down to the airfield and unload. So now we have an American battery over here as well. I don't think I have a 6 strength point truck on this side, so I am stuck with leaving them there. So that'll be their firing position while they're on this side of the river. That sucks, but nothing I can do about it. I mean, I could reduce it, but I don't want to reduce it. That would be silly. That would be not a wise move to do. We have our trucks here. So many casualties in this fight. We lost so much, it's crazy. Let's start spreading out. We can bring our infantry down as well. Oh, not VC. This guy we can bring down as well. Let's give them some trucks. The headquarters we can move down into the town. It can be closer. Let's go secure that point again. And you know, we can land these helicopters again. No, I have to go down on a different hex. There we go. And we have our gunships. Let's strategically put them over here. That way, when those VC come along the road, which I'm suspecting them to do, we can get a couple of shots off. And let's do the same thing over here. At least get one shot off. That is good. Very cool. This guy, maybe we can set up a blocking position by the time they get over there and let our gunships deal with them in the open, maybe. Oh, there's VC everywhere. Oh, okay. That's good. We've done good there. And up here we've moved everything. There's no other units that are around. Let's just check. Arvin. These are all good. They've moved. Okay, let's end the turn. No more losses. That was one of our few full strength point platoons, and it was reduced by one. Oh, the damn. Oh, it's a combat one. Okay. Our snakes are firing. Do it again. Oh no. Ah, we eliminated them. Excellent. Now we're out of shots. But they're in the open, so we'll do some attacking next turn too. For clearing and maintaining the eastern Houdin area for 4 turns, the US side gains 1,000 points. Well done. For clearing the and maintaining area Theta for 4 turns, the US side gains 2,000 points. For clearing and maintaining Songdong area for 4 turns, the US side gains 1,000 points. Nice. 2 airstrikes remaining. 1 unit has recovered. 3 headquarters unable to provide supply. 3 units low on ammo. So let's go down here. Can we finally assault this and they stop running away? Yes. Gain additional points. What about this one? Can we do the same here? Excellent. So we gained some additional points for clearing out their supplies. And we are just going to continue. What's that? Is that civilians? That might be civilians. Let's bring this infantry platoon down here. Let's do the same with this one. We have our battery there now. Let's bring this platoon back. Oh, I forgot. Not there. Shoot. And now he's stuck there too. There's probably a sniper in there. So we're just hauling all these Arvin troops around. Let's see if we can assault this again. Let's use the American platoons because they're the strongest. We did cause some casualties. Let's try it one more time. Oh, we caused more casualties, but no! Alright, last assault. Finally. Whew, that took 3 assaults to get that bugger out of there. Okay, now we can start sending all of our infantry. Down to our next objective, which is clearing this mess out. We know that there's a lot of machine guns, a lot of anti-aircraft machine guns, and there have been mortars in there. So we'll have to deal with that relatively well. Having luck taking out that sniper. Let's try our luck here. Let's drop down. Let's fire. Nothing. Look at that. 2, 3 gunships shooting to no avail, unfortunately. Let's see if we can get that regional forces down. Oh man, what the heck? Oh, we ran into an ambush. Unacceptable. Oh, I should have left them there. What was I thinking? I wasn't thinking. That's the problem. Frustrating. Okay, so we have some mortars. All of our helicopters. We have our... Okay, we know there's something there. Let's hit that with artillery. We have a brand new battery. It's fully loaded. That's good. Let's get our... Is there a bridge? There's a bridge there and bridges there. So let's move our trucks. Put them together. Let's load this guy up. Get him down to the airfield because we're going to have to send this entire battalion back. So that is where that is. Let's unload. And let's go. Oh, it's the forge. That's going to be a brutal crossing there. It costs so many points to cross that. That's alright. Okay. This guy can go south. This is the other battery. We want to keep him in the trucks, but we want to keep him close. We're going to bring him down this way as close as we can. We should be able to secure this next turn. We have enough infantry to take out what's ever in there. I think it was a mortar and machine gun. But I'm not sure. I don't remember. Can we load this? Yes. That infantry back. I'm not going to worry about that. Let's do a couple shots, though. And this is the engineer. You know what? Let's clear this room since the engineer is here. Yeah, let's do that. And we're going to clear this mine here as well. And then the other mines along the major roads that we find. So this supply truck, I think it's done what it needs to do. But I don't remember. Did he have an escort? Oh, he did, and it's there. Okay. So we're going to have to send these guys back. Across the river. So let's get them ready, because we're going to have to send them back up to that crossing point. Up to here, around this road, and get back on these ferries so I can send those trucks back to here. Huh. Thinking. Huh. Okay. I think let's go back up to here. Get these guys doing what they need to do. Load them up. These guys down. Get these guys running. Get these guys running. Get these guys running. So we pretty much have almost everyone where they need to go. More importantly, we will rescue this helicopter. Look at that, G0. It's being disrupted there for like 30 turns, if not longer. I'm happy about that. That's good. Okay. Let's end the turn. Losses. Oh, there's another sniper there. Shoot. Here. Okay, this guy's down to 2. Don't take any more. RPGs going along the shoreline. My loach are shooting at them. The loaches don't have very good weapons, so they're not going to do any damage, I don't think. Oh, we're going to have to... Ooh, they went back. Are those civilians? Night will be arriving in the next handful of turns. You should buy back your forces, or you should have your forces on the way to or at the bivouac areas for the night. Loggers include B&C at 3060th at Vin Than, the rest of the 3060 at Dong Tam, 447th will logger around Truck Kyang Airfield, and 3rd 47th should return to the military area between Dong Tam and Mai Tho. Okay. 2 airstrikes remaining, 4 headquarters, unidentified supply, 4 units low on ammo, and 1 helicopter is low on fuel. Alright, so our gunships are there. Let's see if we can get, yeah, we're gonna position ourselves here. And let's position ourselves here. So hopefully when they come here or here, we'll be able, they should be able to stop them from going there. And we can use our artillery to wipe them out. We're hoping. We shall see. We shall see. These guys need to double dime. Same with these. We need to cross through this minefield, cross that ford, and come down into this area. There was a sniper there. So let's come this way, hopefully being out of his line of sight. We know there's a sniper there. So let's use this Arvin. Now they're both 2 strength points. That's not good. But let's try and get in there. Let's do some firing. And let's assault. No, we didn't get lucky. That's okay. At least we know the sniper is there, so we can deal with that. Let's hit that with mortars. Next turn. Let's send our Arvin down to reconnaissance. What's going on? Let's bring these guys down. Aha! That's what we wanted. So the Viet Cong has gained 400 event points because they've reduced my Arvin company beyond 50%. They're disrupted. We're drawing fire with the Arvin troop. And let's send these Americans over. Okay, let's assault that. Let's just assault it. Haha! For destroying the Viet Cong company, the American side gets 200 points. And for destroying the machine gun, we get an additional 15. Perfect. So, I took some losses with the Arvin, but the Americans came in and wiped out. Oh, there's another team there. Oh, shoot. There's a machine gun there. And we took another loss. Darn it. Okay, we're going to take out this boat. Okay. Let's use our trucks. Just reduced it by 1. Reduced it by 1. Our 50 cals are doing a number on that boat. Or boats. Of course, I said that. Now they don't do anything. Darn it. Okay, let's get some Americans across the river, or the bridge here. We have more Arvin troops. We have our artillery battery. Let's get that across the road, or across the bridge. Do we have any other troops back here? What do we have? Mortars? Headquarters? Trucks. I don't want to go into there. No, no. That's not enough support yet. I don't have enough support for that. I can use my American battery, though. Where is it? Here. So one other change for 1.20 is the likelihood of your American batteries going out of ammo. It seemed pretty inconsistent before, but that's being fixed. So now for some of the scenarios that seem like you're being overwhelmed by the VC, if you're defending, especially against the human player, all your batteries should be available most of the time, which will significantly impede the Viet Cong ability to attack. So that's a good thing. It's a pain, but it's a good thing. Sorry that wasn't caught before. Alright, that's done. Now we need to figure out who's who. Which unit needs to fly home. And do I even have any? Yes. So right now I have the first, or the 4th 47th highlighted, and looks like there's 1, 2, 3, one company worth of Americans that need to fly back to their base. And what about over here? There's another platoon. What about up here? No, I think that's, we're on the right track. So basically, everyone, all the infantry needs to go back to this area here anyways, and then the ones that fly home, I'll send them home. But I only have 5 turns to deal with this and get them back here, so I have to start splitting up my troops in order to send them back. Yay for the artillery fix indeed. Yeah, totally. That's huge. Let's put our leader up on top. I'm going to be using him in the next few turns quite a lot. So all these troops are staying. This mortar is not. So let's load them up. We can fly them back. There was a helicopter up here, or is it still there? No, it's no longer there. Let's look for the commander here. Let's highlight that commander, 3rd 47th. So one company is there, another company is there. Looks like we're missing maybe parts of two companies. Okay, that's good to know. Let's go down across the river, take a look. So yeah, so there's one company there. There's another part of it there. Maybe on that truck. Let's see. Select it. Alt F2. Yeah, so that's the 2nd platoon from C Company of the 3rd 47th. So this platoon here, we're just going to send back up to this the airfield here to fly away, and the same with this platoon here. That is also 347th, that's 3rd platoon. So we're going to run him back up here. So then it's only just this last company that we have to worry about. And is there a landing zone around here? Let's highlight landing zones. No, so that's the closest landing zone apart from the airfield itself. So we can send this company down here, maybe for a couple more turns to, yeah, handful of more turns before we have to send them back. Huh. This, we can clear that block, put the trucks in there. Oh, there's this infantry too. I don't know where he belongs. Let's put him by this airfield and we'll take a look. Oh yeah, let's just look. We can do that. 447. Okay, so he's going to be staying down here anyways, so that's okay. That is okay. let's go up to this area. Get these guys down here. Loaded. Send the caps back. Just running everyone back. Can I load? Do I have enough to load? No, I don't. And these guys can just double time all the way down the road. There we go. We recovered our helicopter. Yay! Let's get them up and fly back to the base. And we can send our helicopter back, or sorry, our headquarters back to this helicopter where we can fly it back. And we need that helicopter down south anyways because we have troops to move. So we need to get that done ASAP. And over here, let's just move these guys around. We have our trucks back, that's good. We have our dog squad. We have some infantry. Oh, a lot of these platoons are down to like 2 or 3 strength points. That's not good at all. That's terrible. Okay, let's end the turn. That sniper. Let's see. No losses, that's good. Here we might take some losses. So, machine gun, looks like that's an RPG team. RPG, you go by the sound. That junk. Oh, our ambush. Our helicopters are going to fire now. Ah, they're in a village hex. So that fired twice. See if this one fires. Yeah. Fire again. We didn't cause any casualties at all. That's too bad. What? Wow. They totally assaulted us. Two airstrikes remaining, 1 unit low, or 1 unit has recovered, 3 headquarters unable to provide supply, 3 units low on ammo. Oh, we have to go get that loach at 137109. Cause some casualties, that's good. First things first, let's see if we can take this guy out. Cause casualties, that's good. And we'll shoot at him. Okay, that's encouraging. And this guy, let's get a little closer, see what's in there. One of these platoons is one we have to send back. This one. So let's... where can we go? That looks like the fastest route, so we'll send him this way. Cross there, double time along the road. This guy will continue down here to support his other troops. Let's mortar that sniper again. This guy, let's bring him over here. Unload. Now we have the additional platoon there to help assault that sniper. And here we should be able to assault these, so let's do that. Let's just surround it. Oh, what the heck? Mortar. Wow. Lots of mortars. Shoot. Okay, let's do that assault. Can I get by? No. Shoot. We got disrupted. That's not good. Okay, let's double time down here. Oh, no, we can't. We can't go there. Let's fire at this. Let's use all of our trucks then. Wow, really? Nope. Don't get like Alabama ticks. Reduced by 1. Finally, we destroyed that BC junk. Let's get some Arvin in here. What are we gonna do here? This is all good cover, so we should probably just send our troops down here. Let's take a look. This is all open field. We don't want to go across that, especially when there's heavy weapons everywhere. So let's send everyone down. What's in here? That's our artillery battery. Let's unload. And let's hit that mortar. We can do the same with this artillery battery up here. So in the next couple of turns, before nightfall, we are hopefully going to be clearing this up, which is good. Okay, we have infantry here. I'm going to unload. Oh, let's find that loach. Where was that? Message log. Command report. Yeah. 137109. So Alt X 137 109. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, we're down to 2. Okay, let's fly back. And land. There we go. And this loach is good. I don't think we... Oh, no, we do need... Oh, yeah, right. Shoot. We forgot about that. What's that? What's that? So we're sending our supply units back. These engineers cleaned up that. So let's load them. Go down to the next site. So we're going to have to clean that up. That'll take a few turns. That's 447th. That is also 447th, I think. Yes, that is not, so that's going away. These helicopters we can take off and head north to this area. check that. I think that's right. Oops. Let's go back down here. All these helicopters are good. Waiting for infantry to come. Do I try and go? Let's do a shot over there. Don't know if that sniper's still there or if it's destroyed or what. Those trucks there. Let's move these guys around. Alright, let's deal with this. So I can't assault with these guys because they all have an assault of 3, but their defense is okay. Oh, we caused casualty. Nice. We did cause more casualties. Oh, we've almost reduced that. Maybe our gunships can take care of that last strength point. Or not. Ah, there we go. Okay. Perfect. That went well. Now we can fly this guy back. And this guy can fly back too. Doesn't have enough points to... Oh no! Really? So there's an RPG or something in there. Shoot. Okay, let's go back up the road. Yeah, no kidding. Look out, eh? Wow. VC everywhere. Alright. The mortars we can bring down. This platoon we can bring down. So, out of that whole entire Arvin battalion, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 platoons left out of that entire battalion that the VC wiped out. How insane is that? That sucked. Not good. Okay, here we can load these guys. Oh, we don't have enough action points to load. Bad intel. Yep. Whose fault is that? Them up. These guys can all double time. And here, let's organize our troops here a little bit better. So one thing I've noticed is that with the 1.20, the Arvin are have a little more teeth, which is good. So they're better now for assaulting and also for defending. Of course, you have to use the right Arvin troops for that. For example, this is still assaulting at a 5, but it's better than the 3 of like the regional force unit. So you want to keep that in mind. You could probably... I do have armor, but it's in the wrong spot. It's just hanging out here. Look at that. I have some M48s. Where are they? Here they are. See? Look at that. M48s. Nine of them. I have 9 tanks. And they will come in effective tomorrow for tomorrow's missions, which is good. I do... Let's just check. Are we all good? Yeah, we're all good. Oh, did we clear this? No, didn't clear that. Just sitting there, yep. And that's a major thing, right? So they're attached to these two companies, or basically the 360th Battalion. So this is their operating area. And I could move them down here, but then I'll be penalized for not keeping them where they're supposed to be going. Unless, there's always an unless I get them back on the other side of the river by the end of the day. Now, these just came on this day, so they basically were not in any action today. They just traveled from the top part of the map, came down here, joined up with B and C companies of 360th. Now that they're there, tomorrow they'll be totally effective, and that'll make my bunker busting a million times easier than before, fortunately. Now, I will get one more armored cavalry troop tomorrow, maybe, or the next day. I don't remember which. I don't remember if it's day 4 or day 5, but I will get another one. And again, though, it's going to be assigned to the battalion that's operating on this side of the river. Do I make a decision and send tanks elsewhere? Probably not. I will probably just keep them on this side because I know what the scenario is going to do. So, yeah. But me having trucks on this side was exceptionally important. As you know, these armed trucks have been a savior in a lot of ways because they're the only quote-unquote armored vehicles that I have. It is. The armored cavalry is a nice edge to have. Yeah, absolutely. When I'm going through, the only problem is that there's only a handful of roads in here, right? So I have to choose my pathing really, really carefully on where I'm going to send my armored cavalry. Yeah, my ACAVs can go in the paddies and things like that, but my tanks can't. All my tanks can do, they can go along these paths, but that slows it right down, though, to basically 1 hex. It was the same thing in Starlight. You know, I had the flame tanks, I had the M48s that were ready to help me, but they were very limited in what I could do with them, just because of the terrain, the nature of the terrain. If these were all dry paddies, oh, that'd be heaven, but unfortunately they're all wet paddies, so it totally bogs me down. And look, I have all these ACAVs that are all bristling with machine guns. This is just a regular APC, but yeah, I'm loaded here with really decent weapons. Look at that. At 1x, they're attacking at 15 just because of all the machine guns on there. Fantastic. What about the Patton? Not so good anti-personnel, but anti-tank, which is good. So if we run into a pillbox, that'll be perfect. But yeah, the anti-personnel, not so much. Although, you know, now that I'm looking at that, so what do you think that is? That's probably like 18 or 19 or something like that, somewhere in there. What do you think? Is that a good guess, or is that not high enough? I would almost be tempted to increase that first spot to incorporate the flechette rounds. Is that how you say that? Flechette? The darts. Because those were very devastating against infantry. Uh, 14, yeah. So then, yeah, maybe bumping this just the first hex. Or actually, what is the range of the flechette rounds? Anyone know? I don't think they're that. Let's Google it. We can do that. So 3 hexes, they were effective too. So that might be something to reconsider for oh yeah. Oh no, it depends on something to look into anyways. The 90mm, blah 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 blah, short ranges. Maximum effective range of such it's about 400 meters. So you could get away with 2 hexes then. For the 90mm. We'd have to look at the 105s. Good to know. Yeah, so that we could increase that to like 20 and 19 or something like that, or 22 and 19. I don't think so, no. Okay, back to the task. I think we've done everything there. This is good. Engineers doing their thing. This guy, these supplies are done. Did we land our helicopters? Didn't load. Okay, we're done for that turn. Oh, that sniper's still there. That bugger. I like that things get hidden again. Don't take casualties. Oh, they're still there. Oh, what's that? 2 of them. 2 RPG teams. For clearing maintaining the southern Bahua area for 4 turns, the US side gains 1,000 EPs. 2 airstrikes remaining. We have 1 unit that has recovered, 6 headquarters unable to provide supply, and 7 units are low on ammo. Indirect fire was denied. Probably there. Okay, first things first. Let's take that sniper out. Yes. Oh, it was in a bunker too, that's why. Okay, we have some troops up here. Let's get this guy across. Let's get this guy across. And let's... Where shall we go with this guy? Let's go down here. I don't want to go in there yet. Okay, regional forces. Nope. Ah, took some losses. Darn it. Okay, let's get the American platoon in there. Another mortar! Holy crap! Okay, let's bring in these platoons. Don't do it. Okay, let's fire at that thing. Not enough action points. Alright. Oh, the Arvin is disrupted. Oh, there's a roadblock there. Let's just move all of our troops down. artillery. Now let's hit that spot. Let's hit that spot. We should be able to take those no problem. And then we're going to push into here. It looks like it's just heavy weapons. I don't see any infantry support. So hopefully we can just get in there and start assaulting the crap out of everyone. That's what we're going to do. I think there's something in here too, so I don't want to risk going across there. Let's move these mortars down to provide us some support. The trucks are there. These mortars are coming across. And let's bring our armored vehicles. Ha ha ha. Let's just double check that. Yeah, so that headquarters is fine. We don't have any troops back here. We're not losing any points, so I think the rest of the town is secure for now. Our primary focus is here, and that'll be that. So once this platoon races down here, we'll send them both across to start securing this flank so they don't retreat. This platoon's going up here. This platoon is staying there to protect that. That did what it needed to do. We can land that to get it refueled. And where's that other gunship? Oh, it's refueled already. This can go... No, that can't go. Oh, let's take off with the loaches. No, action points. No, it's overstacked. Shoot. There we go. Now let's load up. Let's load up this gun or helicopter. Get them moving. These supplies head up to this intersection and back. Thanks for tuning in there, John. Muchly appreciated. It's good to see you. Hope you have a good weekend. Are we taking back that point now from the BC? These trucks are no longer needed. This supply unit and up north. These can yeah. Thank you, John. Okay, so this group is where it should be. I should be okay for collecting points for the night for loggering. This, on the other hand, is not done yet. I still have an infantry company that I need to... So what we're going to do is get some trucks down there. Is that 347th company reduced? Okay, that's the right platoon. So that is okay. So I can use those two. Oh no, there are trucks there. I'm an idiot. I had the trucks there already. So, but let's just put them all together anyways. And then this, since it's all highlighted, we'll know that we have the highlighted company all together. So that's good. I will be using these Arvins to keep this area secure. Let's unload the engineers. Do I have enough action points to move? I do not. Let's put these guys in here. That's it for the turn. Couple more turns of daylight. That's it. Sniper. Damn sniper. Oh, and that's the other thing, is that everything slows down to a crawl at night for movement, except for infantry. Ooh, my helicopters are shooting at the RPGs. Well, we hope they're RPGs. Hopefully they're not civilians. 2 airstrikes remaining. 2 units did not recover. 4 headquarters unable to provide supply. And 5 units are low on ammo. Okay, let's get in some secure building. Can we shoot at them? Yes. Okay. Let's send these Arvin. Now let's send this platoon all the way down here. Secure those points. Oh no! Whew. IED. Bastards. Okay, so we've secured that. That's good. Let's take these guys, go all the way down. Send this guy in here. Send that guy in there. Protect him. Okay, well, who's who here? Let's see. Of course, I've split up that company completely. Let's move this company here. Put our trucks down. Heavy weapons supporting this attack, and these are going to be the trucks that we use to send those. Send that company back to the airfield to take off. Alright, so let's load them up, or get them ready to load up. This infantry platoon will start heading back this way, and the rest of these platoons, this one here, will do the same. They'll run that way. Yeah, okay. We have a plan. Now let's get this guy running. Whoa, IED there. Both the airstrike allotments are, yeah, so far no problems at all, and it's pooling them out as one would expect. So far I haven't had to use them a lot in this scenario, but when I had been having to use them, they've been replenishing as expected. So far so good. All good for 1.2 for sure. No issues in regards to airstrikes. You know what? We can actually probably start moving these mortars back. We don't need them. I need more trucks. Let's get this guy back to the airfield. Oh no! ambush. Was not expecting that. Well, let's send this guy down to help out. We can send this guy across too. We have a gunship. We do have a gunship. We have artillery too. But we want to start probing this. So let's get in there. There's an anti-aircraft machine gun there. Let's get across. Let's assault that sniper if we can. No. Well, we did cause casualties, so that's good. Alright, let's start pushing. We're going to be some pushers here. Going to get in there. Take these things out. Get this come in. And let's just clear that out. That's the whole plan. We only have a few turns left to do that. Before... We don't even have a few turns. We have like 2 turns. Darn it. Oh, let's go back up to here. We had helicopters flying around. We have these that we need to move. We know there's an RPG team, or 2 of them in there. These helicopters are flying back here. And here we have another helicopter that's coming down. Landing and unloading. Oh, one more. Got the mortars. Hopefully this is the right spot. It's not! Oh no! Shoot. So that's a mistake on my part. Let's put a supply truck in there. Let's just get them resupplied since they're all there. And I'll have to send those mortars back. No, it is highlighted. Shoot. These guys can fly back to the base. And land. Then next turn they'll unload. They don't have enough to unload right now because it's a headquarters. They take a lot of action points to unload. And then that gives me another helicopter. These are all done. That's irritating about that. That drives me crazy. Can I unload this? No, it's overstacked. Yeah. This guy, we can double time him over here. Now can I unload? Yes. So there's only 1 platoon missing from this company over here. Good. We have to send that helicopter back south, or sorry, that mortar back south. This one is staying here somewhere. Which mortar is this? That's probably for the company that's MIA. Yep. Okay. That's kind of crappy, but what do you expect? So we ran into another ambush. We need to deal with that. Let's start sending these guys across the fields. Let's start with the Arvin. No shots. Oh, there's a mortar. Shoot. Just retreated, so that's okay. Oh, what am I doing? Both of these are headquarters. I have to be careful with that. Okay, let's Hey, Stipe. Finally catching you live. Love all your video streams. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you for joining and taking a look. We're almost at the dark here, and I haven't quite finished my day 3 missions. It's close, but not quite. Right now, I'm just dealing with a whack load of VC in this jungle there. Ran into an ambush. Oh no! Just got retreated. That's okay. Snipers. That's headquarters. Machine gun. Oh, there's a sniper here. See if we can get into this village next turn, because that'll provide us some protection. Holy RPGs they just ran across. Well done for clearing and maintaining area Iota for 4 turns, and we've gained 2,000 points. 2 airstrikes remaining. 2 units have recovered, which is good. 5 headquarters unable to provide supply. 1 artillery unit unavailable, and 6 units low on ammo. We should be able to assault both of those mortar positions this turn. Okay, so let's take... And both of these are headquarter platoons too. Shoot. Okay, let's assault this. Nope. Let's try the other platoon. We are reducing it. I don't have action points. Wow. Okay, let's hit that. Destroyed that. And we know there's something there. RPG teams, I guess. Let's send the full strength point platoon around. Send him through. Get some extra support. This platoon we're going to start sending back. Oh, we didn't want to send that one up there, but that's okay. And these Arvin, let's get them down and helping. This, I wonder if we can assault. Oh no, don't do it. Ah, shoot. So I need to pull this platoon out here from the ranks to send them back to load up and fly back home. Let's use our arm trucks here. Oh, didn't get lucky. We're going to send our other armed trucks down along the road. Just to provide some support if we need it. Let's assault that sniper. Ah, we finally overran it. Let's start creeping into the woods. Let's see if this guy can get lucky. Oh, we can't cross. Shoot. Okay, this guy, he can come down. Let's take a look. What's there? Let's turn off the units. So there's a fort there, so it'll make it harder crossing. So the unit that's here will assault probably easier. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so let's try and get across to this. Oh, we did it. Nice. And let's do the same with this guy. Oh, not enough action points. I don't know what else is in here. There's a mortar here. There's a mortar here. Anti-aircraft machine gun there. I think there was a machine gun back in here. Plus there's a sniper here. So there's quite a few VC in there. It'll take some time to clear up. And our battery is finally out of ammo. Let's get these trucks in a better position. And off the block. So we're going to send this guy there. We're going to do the same with this guy. And we can start sending them back to be rescued. Quote unquote. Oh yeah. We got ambushed. Let's go find that RPG team. There it is. Shoot, hey. Okay, that's fine. Bring in some extra support. Oh, I'm going to assault it. There's two teams in there. Okay, we got one. The other one is here. I wonder, can we bring some gunships over? Where are the gunships? There they are. And let's bring a Loach over. Now we know it's there, so let's do a reconnaissance. Haha, we spotted them. Now, let's bring in our gunships. And fire. And destroy them. Alright! Just like that. That's what we wanted to do. That turned out quite well. And actually, we can bring this truck over here to load them up to take them to the airfield. Because that's a priority unit that needs to move. Engineers, let's get them clearing that. This is a very pain in the bottom area. These units, we're going to load onto the ferries and get them back across. And load. No. And load. So I'm choosing no because I'm not going into any of the surrounding hexes. No means I'm doing the middle hex. So now they're all loaded. Get them moving back across to here where they need to go. We have this helicopter's landed, unloaded. Okay, so he can take off next turn to go down south. This mortar we need to load. This helicopter we can take off. And head south. I think that's good. This we can get across. Now we know there was a RPG somewhere in here. Where did it go? Where did it go? Recon. Oh shoot, they went behind me. Those buggers. Okay. Shoot. That's not very nice. I only have that Arvin troop there to deal with that. Let's put these trucks up there, just in case they decide to come this far. We'll know that they're there. That's out of ammo. These mortars are too far away. Okay. Let's go. Let's zoom in again, sorry. So anti-aircraft machine guns and the headquarters. We took some losses. Bunker. Supplies. Porters. So this looks like it was their staging area for their attack. Oh, what are they doing? They're flanking me again. The buggers. They came here. Okay, 2 units have, or 2 airstrikes remaining. No units have undisrupted. 6 headquarters unable to provide supply. 6 units low on ammo, and a unit has cleared a block or a minefield. Okay, first things first. Let's get the helicopters where they need to go, and that is down here. For when we bring this guy over. We can send this infantry back. Send the gunships back. Same with the Loach. They expended a lot of action points to get there because I left them just in the low, which I shouldn't have, but I did anyways. Send that guy back. Okay, now the fun part. Let's go hunt down that sniper. Oh, bunker. Handy. Okay, let's go through that bunker and assault that. We reduced it. That's good. Next turn we should be able to take it. Let's see. Let's send our Arvin in. Can they assault? Yes, we destroyed a supply cache. 50 event points. Let's double assault this. Now we destroyed the headquarters. 80 event points. We destroyed the anti-aircraft platoon. Perfect. That is going well. I can't move any further in there. Let's bring this guy down. Okay, we know there's something there. Let's assault that. Perfect. Something here. Awesome fire. Okay with that too. That's a good position to be in because we can soak up a lot of fire there. Oh my goodness, especially since that's a 1 strength point unit. What was I thinking? Okay, these guys need to go. Which these guys can stay. Let's see if we can hit that. Get lucky. Hit this. Now we destroy the mortars for another 25 points. That's good. Can I get in here? No. So let's try and go across and assault. This might be a little bit harder to get into because it's a prime location for defense. I can't get in there. So actually, we're doing quite good. We're clearing that out very quickly. Better than I thought. Let's bring in some additional support. Let's bring in the trucks. go here, they'll go there. Oh, the mortars. Oh, I need trucks for the mortars. Okay, we'll have to sacrifice one of these to bring across. What's this? Oh, that's infantry. We're waiting for the other ones. Actually, we can just send them all the way back. Yep, there we go. Just like that. Do we have enough to exit? No, we don't. Let's move these headquarters out of the way. Do you know when the battle plans that will accompany this MIAX will be added? They will be added for the 1.20 for a week in Mekong and for a week in Bin Long. The other scenarios, it'll take way more time because it's very, very time consuming to do. But you should see them available in 1.20, which we're hoping to send off to Matrix next week. So far, it's pretty good. We're happy with it, but there's still a few little things that I need to finish myself. Everyone else is done. It's just me. I need more time. I'll be plowing through those things today and tomorrow, trying to get as many done as I can, hoping to have everything done by tomorrow night, but I'm not going to promise anything because I know how much work it is. I can show you, just for shits and giggles though, what it looks like. So here's the a week in Bin Long little additions. So there'll be, yeah, slowpoke, right, because I don't have anything else to do. No worries, I can imagine they are time consuming, and also thanks for your tutorial. Oh, you're very welcome. I'm glad they help. So here's a sample of the logger area for day 1, 3rd, 47th. Here's a sample of the logger area for the 3rd, 60th. And here's a sample of the logger area for the 4th, 47th on day 1. And then this is the mission for 3rd, 47th on day 1. There will be text up here, and there will be an OK button. But, exactly, right? Nothing else to do, Birdo. Come on, you know. So while they're simple, it still takes a lot of time to do, and I have to do them. You know, there's a lot of them here, right? Lots and 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 lots. But it's really, really nice to be able to quickly visually see what needs to be done for each particular battalion, and that's the struggle that I'm having with Bin Long, because there's a lot more battalions that I have to worry about. There's ARVN battalions, there's VC, or not VC, American battalions, and they're scattered all over very large areas, where with this one, I think it was only 60 additional images that I needed to make, which is good, but still it took a good week to do. Alright, what are we doing? Let's go up here. Is everyone moved? Nope. We need to have helicopters. Let's get them high. It adds a nice little bit of flair to it, though. I think it's a really good idea, and I'm really glad that Birdo made that code in order to incorporate them. I think it's quite exciting. There they are. Aha! Oh, we disrupted them. Reduced one. Okay. Our ARVN, they're hunting. The hunt is going well. Let's keep these loaches around so we can see what's going on. We can unload that supply truck next turn. Now, Notice that I can move 2 hexes per turn during the day with these boats, but very shortly they'll be reduced down to 1 hex per turn. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 turns to get these trucks across. That's crazy. That sniper, we should be able to take that out next turn. Another anti-aircraft machine gun with some supply troops. There's porters there with bikes. At least they didn't go too far. This. Oh, there's something else there. Oh, that's my. Sorry, that's my. Wow, they ran really far. Oh, and boom, just like that. I lost my airstrikes, and it's dark. This is a warning that 447th is not in its logger. It is recommended to move 347th to the Mytho military area in order not to be penalized. Yeah, so I need to do that. And this is a warning that 447th is also not in its logger area, and that's because it's in the middle of a firefight. This is a warning that B and C is not in the logger area. It is recommended to move to Dongtan. No, that's not right. That's not right at all. I have to double check that, because they should be loggering where I have them right now. So let me just write that down. 3rd, 60th, Dongtan, not logger. So yeah, I'll have to fix that. That's not right. First, I have 1 unit that has recovered. 8 headquarters underprovided supply. 6 units low on ammo. 1 loach that needs to land, and we cleared a mine. So first things first, we do have supply units that I'm going to add to Dongtam. That's this. This is the brigade supply. And hopefully we'll get supplies somewhere. Well, we should have got the supplies for that. Or maybe I got it. I did it wrong. I'll have to double check. Okay. And only 1 move per hex. Sucks. Let's just take a look at the map and the labels for a second. Bintan. We should be close enough for everyone. Let's just double check. Four, yeah, we should be close enough. So yeah, there's a mistake somewhere that I need to find and correct. I will take a screenshot of this just to make sure I see what's going on. Okay, more importantly, let's go down to here. Now, we're night fighting. This might not be pleasant. Well, that's a good start. Okay, let's move in. Continue. So let's do the same. casualties. Holy crap, we took a lot of casualties. That was strength 5 2 seconds ago. Now it's down to 1. Insane. Okay, so we cleared that out at least. Oh. Let's use the American platoons. Take out that sniper. And let's take this point. Can we... No, let's not assault that, because that's silly. Let's try and take this out. Wow. Nasty. Can I take the... No, can't even get in there. Secure the flank. Alright. I think we're going to have to leave the Marvin to mop this up. It's almost done. We've secured all the points now. We just need to wrap up these last couple of positions. I'm going to pull out my American troops and start getting them where they need to go so I don't get penalized for my points. Let's pull these trucks down here. Oh yes, slow going, oh my goodness. So we're going to be running probably to this. We'll try and do ferrying as much as we can. So they can go find some helicopters, which are there. We have a helicopter there that we can use. These guys can stay there. This minefield still has a block. We have... What do we have? Let's bring them down. And land. Okay. I think, yeah, so we'll have these platoons deal with this, and the rest of these Arvin troops will just go in and deal with the rest. I took too many casualties there. I can't believe I lost 4 strength points. Just like that. Two complete squads I lost. Insane. These need to double time back this way. I need a 3 strength point truck. Where can we put... let's just leave those there for now. Stress. Insane. Okay, let's go find some more helicopters. These guys can go double time and go over here. Same with these guys. These need to go south all the way. Have moved. These ferries can unload to the north. And do they have... Oh yeah, we can send them back this way. So this is the supply trucks from 3rd 47th after having to go on a supply run. They are finally coming back at the end of the day. Okay. Man, what a mess. Let's go see if we can track down that RPG team. Where'd they go? Oh, they're there. Why couldn't I? Oh, I can't even assault them. Okay, we need to send this guy back. At night, do you expect the turns to go much quicker, or do you expect to see lots of VC night action where they excel at night fight? It depends on the scenario. For example, in this scenario, the first day was quiet. The second day was not quiet. This day will probably be quiet to let you catch up on things. But are they going to be stationary? No. I'm still not done moving my stuff. I still need to do things. Otherwise, it would be a quick turn. No more losses. They're up there now. One unit has recovered 5 headquarters uninterrupted supply. We have a loft aircraft, the Loach, and we cleared a mine. Oh, we got denied. Darn it. Okay, let's get this back up. Okay, trucks on the road. These guys get loaded up. Actually, no, we can even send a helicopter down here because there's a landing zone there. We shall do that right now. Let's just grab that helicopter, load it up, send him down here. Drop down, send this guy in, drop down, unload, get that mortar out of the way. Do we have we do. Let's load up this, get one helicopter up, going. Another helicopter we can bring over here. And then both of these two units can unload or load into helicopters to fly across the river. Perfect. Okay, let's deal with this machine gun. I can't believe I got wiped out. That was brutal. have action points. At least this is a surround assault. Maybe we'll get lucky and take that out straight away. No! No, there's a river there. Let's try this, Arvin. Are we gonna get lucky? Nope. Arvin didn't save the day. Let's pull this guy out, though. And let's pull this guy out. And we will just use the Arvin next turn. Arvin's going in the front line. Taking over. And I'm going to pull out my Americans. Well, you know what? That's been 2 hours. Just like that. What a mess. But it's fun. It's really interesting, and it keeps your mind going because there's so much to do. Even though it's a very small and simple scenario. There's, yeah, you're constantly thinking of things. Do I have my units where I want them to be? Do I have my... Did I forget something? Yeah, this is good. I'm liking it. This is a really fun scenario if you like the challenging ones. Indeed. Thank you all for tuning in. Muchly appreciated. If you have any questions, if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to answer them down below. I'm always happy to help. Or you can go to the Matrix Games forum, to the campaign series forum at matrixgames.com. I will be loading this up tonight, and then the next session will be on Wednesday, where I will continue this, obviously. Sometime next week, maybe late next week, you should see, assuming Slytherin has time, the 1.20 update. And you will be able to have all these brand new little features, which is fantastic. All right. Take care. Smile always. And we shall talk to you soon.